What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know if you all can hear me. I had some issues yesterday with the recording software or the streaming software, so I want to make sure everything's good for you all. And I miss you all. I know I've been on a little hiatus. There's some good reasons behind it, and I will be getting back into doing the branding series. Now we're going to mix it in here between doing, of course, shirt designs, which is what you all love to do, but we're also going to mix it up a little bit, do some branding, building your brand for 2021. So I hope you all like this type of stuff. Let me know if this is the type of stuff you like to see as well. And I will start to tailor some of these templates and some of these classes to what you really need to learn and know. Awesome, you can hear me. Good deal, good deal. All right, and I apologize for having to cancel class last Sunday. I hope you all were able to take advantage of your special surprise. And for this Sunday, there's another special surprise. Of course, we're going to have class, but this is something that took me a little longer than I expected to develop this, which is why I do have big issues when people take my stuff and resell it or pass it off as their own, which I didn't even realize that was it. I had so many problems going on this week. I didn't even realize that that was a problem this week. So I just want to say first and foremost, thank you all. The ones that are here with me right now are more than likely not the ones that need to hear any long drawn out speech. I'm going to tell you all thank you. Y'all have been looking out for me. When you see anybody copying or taking credit for anything that I've put hours of blood, sweat, and tears into, you all definitely have my back, and I just want to say thank you. I love y'all for real, for real. Okay. All right, so without further ado, course 201. Um, what I'm attempting to do with this one is to give you a banner and also a square kind of category advertisement that we're going to use next session for building a Shopify site. So our next session that we do for this content will be actually building the Shopify site. So that's probably not going to be next week because I want to give you all time to do this. So those that can't attend the class live today, you're going to have a whole week and a half to pretty much do this class on your own pace if you can't do the live class, and have these visual elements ready because the second, let's see, this is the first week, first Sunday of the month. It'll be on the 3rd. So on the 10th, we will be actually taking these elements and step by step building a Shopify site. Even if it's just one of those free 7-day sites, if you want to just get your hands dirty and figure out how to put these images to work and what you will need to do, I suggest you use this as an opportunity to build your real site. And the reason why we can't do it in one session is because we'll be there to the wee hours in the morning. Okay, so we're going to do this step by step. The first step is getting your image elements together. The second step will be applying them towards your Shopify store. Okay, and then past that, we will be doing some things like setting up, we'll be doing some of these different things like your size charts need to go on your website, so designing those up real cute to where they represent your business and also flow with your theme. If you notice, this one right here is, I think it was lesson number 120. So before you do this one, not saying that you don't have to have 120 done for this class, you need to have 120 done for, this is the class where we did the mock-up. 120 needs to be done for your actual Shopify website session. So that's going to be on the 10th. So on the 10th, I need to make sure that you have this lesson done where you have at least, I'm going to say at least 3. Okay. Maybe let's say If you can do anywhere from 3 to 6 previews, that's great, because what you're going to be doing is setting up a product, okay? And that product, it can even be just variations of the same thing too. So maybe you want to have it on a pink shirt, a white shirt, a black shirt, whatever your variations are. Just make sure that you have saved this as a JPEG or PNG, and I'll give you the instructions when we get to that part of the lesson. So that'll be on our demo for the 10th. But you're going to have this saved, and then you'll have this saved. And from these two classes, we will have pretty much everything that we need to build the full Shopify site, okay? And Kim, let's see if it's up, because I think I got that message and I believe that I changed it. So let's check it out. For the Academy, I'm going to go ahead and bring it onto the main screen before we get started. Academy.innatelab.com. Let's see, it would have been course number 122, I believe. Yeah, 122, and then I need to change that one because that should be 123. So 122 is showing here, but you're saying it's not showing as part of the... Okay, so 122 has the Photoshop file, and it also has the video. I even put the link, because some of you say that you don't want to watch the whole video of the whole class. So I also started putting the links to these sessions, which are the YouTube free live demos, because that is kind of a shortcut way. If you don't want to watch the whole class go through it, you can always watch the demo session, and it gives you the same idea of how to use this. So it's showing up there. We want to make sure that it's showing up in the subscription. So I'm going to go to the $60 VIP membership, and I just want to see, I'm going to go to it yet. There we go. I'm going to see if it's showing up in the collective list. So it's 101, 102, 103, 104, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Can y'all believe we done went through all of these classes so far? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is showing up. No, it was 22. So yeah, 22 is showing up. So when you go inside of your dashboard, you want to go to the classes where it says courses, 4 courses per month, and you should be able to scroll down all the way to the bottom if you are up to speed as far as having already unlocked 121. If you see 122 and it doesn't have a time beside it, then you should be able to go ahead and access that. If it says that unlocks in X amount of days, then it's not unlocked quite there for you. So Kim, do me a favor and screenshot when you go. I need you to go to specifically from your dashboard. Now I'm not logged in on this one. So from your dashboard, I need you to go to this link where it says Innate Academy membership, pre-recorded classes, 4 courses per month. I need you to go to that. And then when you scroll all the way to the bottom, I want you to screenshot. I want you to screenshot the very last thing that you see here on the left-hand side and show me if it has a, if it's showing up at all, show me if it has like a little time symbol there showing you how much time you have left before that course unlocks, okay? And this was our last session we did. We had a little fun with that one. Okay, so, all right, so if a VIP member wants to attend class today, you don't have to pay anything. I am going to, shortly after we close out this session, I'm going to have a coupon code. I change it every single week for the live class. So if you want to attend the live class, the VIP $60 members, oh, next Sunday is the 7th. Lord, I'm all over the place. Well, I must have been looking at January. Okay, so it's going to be the 14th then when we do the website. Okay. And before we do it, I'll make sure that I have an example and we walk through it just like I'm showing you now. So thank you for that, Kim. I appreciate it. So let's see, what was I looking for? Oh, you were asking me about the membership. So if you have a $60 membership, you attend the class for free tonight. Okay, don't pay for it. You'll look for a coupon code. It'll be right here if you're a $60 member. Just I was showing you what the $60 membership comprises of. You get the free coupon code, which allows you to take any live class, every live class if you want to. That's changed. So now you can take every live class that you want to. You'll have this $60 credit and you'll open it up. I usually only expose it like 24 hours or less before we do the classes because some people take advantage. So basically you use that coupon code, check out, it'll have a little homework for you. So make sure that you have your homework done. It's usually very, very simple homework, as in make sure you have your own logo, make sure you have downloaded and installed the fonts that we're going to use for this session, etc. And usually the homework stuff is stuff that you can get done in 30 minutes or less, but please don't come to class without that stuff done because it slows down the class. All right, so those of you who are the $30 members, I did create a special incentive for you all, which gives you 67% off any live classes and any pre-recorded classes. Okay, so you'll see a coupon code in yours, and it'll look like the same little credit card thing. You'll see a 67% off coupon code. So you can attend any live class anytime that you want for 67% off. If you're not a member and you don't want to do the monthly membership, that's completely fine. You can do the live course as an a la carte course. So when you go to Innate Academy, you'll go to the live interactive courses, and the course that I'm doing right now will be available right here. You'll click on it, pay $60, and you will get the Zoom code and everything to attend the live session. Okay, so it's live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for what I'm demonstrating right now. And then if anybody missed this and needs to go back over the membership stuff, I'll do that after I demo this for you all. So don't worry if what I'm saying sounds a little confusing. I know a lot of people just kind of want to see what we're going to work on tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that first. And then if y'all have questions about the Academy, about the membership, etc., or just anything that you want to ask me, I usually stick around, and this is y'all's time to actually get in touch with me, because y'all know, I'm sure you know by now, that I stay inundated during the week, and I actually isolate to where I don't get a chance to be quite involved. So this is my time dedicated to you all, so feel free to hang out, ask questions, and learn as much as you can while you have me here, okay? Alrighty. Yes, Simply Beautiful. I'm excited that you're excited and that you're going to be there tonight. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you some really cool features as to how this is going to help us all out. And mind you, I need to do my branding too. So I spend a lot of time helping develop others' projects, and this is time for me to build and rebrand myself as well. So I am not excluded when I say 2021 is the year where we're going to get right. Okay. So first things first, I want you to, before we do this class tonight, have a color theme in mind. This is very, very simple. It has one pop color and then 3 neutral colors. So I'm going to change this color by double clicking on the smart object. And let's say that I want my Innate lab colors usually like a really bright green, but for this one, I think, and Kim, I think I saw you on here. Can you let me know, like, what's a good color that you would like to see for branding purposes? And the brand is Bomb Days and Kim D850. I'm doing everything with the Bomb Days theme since that's the product that we're going to explore. So let me know if there's like a color that when you think of, and this is how I want you all to think of too. I don't come up with stuff just off the top of my head. I'm going to show you some of the things that I do. If I don't know, I'm going to look up color palette, then I'll do logo. Just so I can look up some basic color combinations for different logos, like what stands out to me, what really makes me feel a certain type of way. And sometimes I'll find color combinations that I'm not, I would not have come off the top of my head to come up with. Like this navy blue and kind of seafoam green. Those two colors stand out. I mean, you have to just kind of scroll through. Don't look at anything too long. Don't confuse yourself. Just scroll and see, well, what catches my eye? And if I find something that catches my eye, like this color combination here just caught my eye just now. Even this yellow and navy blue caught my eye. And those are not typical colors that I would put together. So let's see. Any color scheme that you find that really floats your boat or finds your lost remote. So I'm gonna pick this one just for kicks and giggles right now, okay? I can literally just save that image and pull it right onto my artboard just so I can use it for picking colors. And I'm just going to open this in Photoshop. I'm not going to drag and drop it in like I normally do, because I'm just going to pick the colors off of here. And kind of doing this one on the fly. If I pull this on here, I'm going to immediately delete this. And the reason why, I want to tell y'all, in Photoshop, there is no way to what they call globally change colors, as far as really simply like you can do with Illustrator. So for this project, I did something that I started doing with the mock-up template that we did. I created a smart color, okay? So a smart color means that anytime you change this color here as your smart object, anywhere that you have used the smart color to recolor something will also update, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to change this color to this kind of coral color here. And all I did was just hover over that option there and press. It becomes this little eyedropper once I hover over the space. And then I'm going to go ahead and just completely get rid of this, okay? Once I close this and save it, anywhere that smart color is will also update here, okay? So that was pretty simple, right? Now I can go and I can change the other colors accordingly, but I just wanted to show you, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to change one color because I know we can get real intense, but we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to change our pop color. Now after class, if y'all want to get fancy and change up other colors, I definitely encourage you to do so. I'm going to go ahead and show you right now, just in case for those who may not be doing the class and just want kind of a quick preview how to do this. Again, I'm going to go to my color, choose the color from here, delete that swatch idea, hit yes to save. Now keep in mind, I just replaced my black, which black was kind of that grounding color. So anything that was black now turns to the seafoam color. All right, so I'm gonna undo that because I want to keep with what we said we were gonna do and just have one pop color that we change. Okay, and again, we can change that to any color we can imagine. I'm gonna choose like a sunshiny, bold yellow, kind of like a golden yellow there. Orange and yes, I knew my best friend. So I was thinking the gold. I didn't even look at your comment. I just saw you said orange and yellow. So I was thinking that, you know, that kind of orangish yellow. Let's go with the orange, a little more orangish yellow. That one right there looks really sexy. Okay, now that's just a single color. You can go in and change other colors. We're going to do all that in class, but like I said, I want you to stay focused on one thing. Keep in mind that the swatch that we changed here is, you'll see it so many times throughout the layers because you're able to use this smart color to recolor anything that's on the artboard. Okay, so the next thing is, I also have this model here that has a t-shirt that's interchangeable. So her t-shirt doesn't go with the theme anymore, so maybe this is where I'll tie in a different color. So I'm going to go change the t-shirt color. And this one is a manual color. So if I want to change it exactly to this gold color, I can hover over my artboard, bam, make it that color. If I want it to be different, let's say I wanted to bring in maybe more of an orange, or maybe even a lighter kind of canary type of yellow, I'm able to manually select my color, or I can pick from the artboard here. Okay, so we'll go with that for now just to keep it simple. And the next thing is, I don't want you to focus too much on the mock-up side of things, because this is really about you creating and managing the story that you're telling for your website. Okay, so the story that we're telling here is that this is a fashion brand, it's a trendy, forward-thinking brand. So we want to kind of pull the elements together. So we have some, you know, art abstract kind of brushstroke looking effects. We have a little tiny bit of splash paint. Y'all know I love splash paint. And then we have these metallic features that are inside of the text, or you can turn them off on the text. Let me show you how we'll do that. Turn off the metallic, turn on the solid color, and bam, that becomes a flat color. Okay, you can turn off the effects altogether and just have a clean, very clean, basic text. So we'll be playing with that. And then the reason why I have these different variations is because I do want you to see that there are different ways of basically doing the same thing. So although these look like 6, you know, different components, they're all comprised of the same basic elements. The colors that we're using, the blend modes that we're using, the layer effects, and then of course you have the actual objects, like whether you're using this little rectangle, this little, I call it a brushed rectangle, so it kind of stands out because it looks brushed onto the scene rather than just a standard shape rectangle like the Shop Now button. And none of these are buttons. This is just straight up images that we're going to flatten, bring into the Shopify website. And then you can create buttons if you want to make it something that people can hover on, or the entire image is something that they can click on and get to something. So we'll focus on that later. I just want you to focus on the flow of the graphics and telling the story. Okay. Now, what I expect you all to have for homework is just 2 things, because I don't want y'all to do too much. 2 things. One is I want you to have one logo that you're going to place on the shirt. Okay? One logo that you're going to place on the shirt. Of course, you're going to know what color scheme before you get started, because this is your brand, this is your logo. Okay? And then you're also going to have your logo. The logo is going to fit right here where it says Bomb Days at the top here. And then I'm going to show you how we'll derive from your logo. We'll make something, I don't know, I should have looked this up ahead of time, what it was called, Favicon or Favicon. I never looked up to see how it's pronounced. But if you ever notice when you're on a browser, I'll show you here. When you're in a browser, these little bitty icons that pop up at the top, you know, that's your Gmail, That's your Shopify store. That's called a Favicon, or I don't know if it's Favicon. Maybe I'll look it up and actually not be sounding crazy. But you get to create one of those for your store. So that's included in this template. All right, so we're going to make our own little Favicon. Of course, your logo, and it's going to be PNG. Make sure your logo is PNG. Make sure it doesn't have a background in it, because when we export it, the next time we do the website, when we export it into the website, it needs to have no pixels in the background. So it needs to be transparent. The only way we can get a transparent logo image is that it's PNG. Okay. So you'll have, and then the logo that you bring in is going to be the same logo that we put on the shirt. I know I have different images here. Like I said, for classes, we keep it simple, because one thing I don't want you doing is trying to put 3 different designs on the shirt in there, and then you fall behind on learning the concept of how we're changing these things out and how we're applying the methods that we're learning. So whatever logo you have brought in is the same logo we're going to use to update the shirts, okay? Now we're going to change the colors of those logos, and we'll change the colors of the shirt. So it's not going to be bland. It's not going to be boring. You're going to have the same logo, but you'll have a way to switch it up with the colors, okay? The other thing that I wanted to show you is that you can just bring in a full-on image. So you don't have to use like the marble backgrounds or the glitter backgrounds or anything else. I'm going to go ahead and change that into a smart object, just so I can show you what this looks like by itself. This is just a flat image of a book. And of course, it kind of sets the scene with the T next to it. So if, let's say you have your categories, these are going to be your categories. So let's see, let me get some ideas for categories now. And I'm going to go ahead and change this up. So we might say, hey, Shakia. Y'all, Shakia's here from Silaholics Anonymous. Hey, love. It's good to see you. I know I've been MIA, but I definitely appreciate when I get to see you all. All right, so let's see here. So for this one, let's say we're going to do new. So we'll keep winter collection, because I'm also trying to help you all think of things you can put on your banners. So we'll keep winter collection there. This one, I'm just triple clicking here, and I'm going to change it to flash sale. Now, speaking of flash sale, if y'all remind me, I need to put something in the group. There is going to be a 1-day only flash sale. It's going to last from now to 11 p.m. tomorrow, where everything on innatelab.com is going to be 50% off. So y'all get the heads up, because you're joining my live right now. So I'll make the announcement in the group probably in an hour or so, but you all will know now that that's going on. So let's do flash sale. And like I said, I am not, I'm definitely not exempt from needing to do this stuff myself. You all, I know how to do this stuff, but I don't do it for my own business. So you all are motivating me to basically pull the same type of energy into my work for myself that I do for others. So maybe this is time that you all need to pull that energy for yourself. I know we all do that. We always give our best efforts to others and then kind of just deal with whatever energy and resources we have left for ourselves. But it's time to build our brands. So we'll do flash sale here. And I'm just resizing the text. And I am doing this for improving this for class tonight. So any ideas that you all have, please let me know, because it will help me with what we'll do later tonight. All right, so we have flash sale. Any other ideas? Maybe we can do new arrivals. I'm trying to get on collection. There we go. So let me double click there and then I'll just type in arrivals. And y'all do not let me forget to tell y'all to do this class tonight. We're going to do spell check. A lot of people don't know that there is a spell check feature within Photoshop. So sometimes I get a little loose and I get in my creative mode and then I don't know how to spell. I don't know why it happens like that. I've written papers for all of my life, but when I'm in artistic mode, I do not recognize misspellings as much. So let's go ahead and see if there's any spellings here that we need to be aware of, especially since I just typed some stuff. I'm going to skip everything that's not displayed right now. Okay. All right, everything looks decent. And of course, we'll do that in class tonight. We'll make sure that that we hit our spell check. And then for the categories, Kim, if you can help me with categories right now, is it just going to be shirts or do you want to do shirts? And I know you have some ebooks as well. So that'll help me develop these categories. And that's what I want you all to be thinking about too for your store. I'm sure you have different products and figure out how you want to categorize your products. So this one might say, let's call this one Money Matters. And I'm just making up categories right now. But I want you all to understand this is, once you get the hang of it, this is how simple it is to edit what we're working on right now. So with the Shopify store, and this is, I'm going to bring up the way this works. Just so you get a preview, we're not going to do the Shopify store in class today, okay? What you're going to do is we are building up to this. So you have your main image, then we're going to have our categories, and then or our collections. Once you click on a collection, then the collection will have the products, okay? So I just want you all to be aware of how this is working out. So these are not your products. These are going to be, because you don't want to do this for every single product. You do not want to have to make it look all fancy. Your products are going to be clean line, exactly what we did for the mock-ups, okay? So matter of fact, I'll go ahead and open it just to show you. Now these are some large files too, so just make sure that you're being patient, cleaning up your files and not having any extra stuff that you don't need, and just keeping things as neat as possible. So for this one, what I would do, now you don't have to do this for class tonight, but this is before we do the website class. You're going to have all the different variations of your shirts. We're just going to go through 3 of them, but you can go ahead and have them saved and ready. I actually brought this in as a PNG, so I turned off the background. You go to your background layer, turn it off. You can save that as a PNG if you want to. And then I brought it right in here. However, today, we're just going to be able to turn off that logo and keep it as a white shirt. And then you'll bring your logo in there, okay? Now, when we do our class today, all of these logos are going to be connected. I'm going to make it super, super simple for you. And all of these are going to show the same thing as, let me zoom out a little bit, Control minus a couple times. So all of them will have this logo here. Whatever we drop here into the PNG is going to appear on the banner shirts as well as oh, I just did something. There we go. I was talking and just tapped on something. All right, so all of these areas where the logos are is going to propagate to be the same exact thing. When you, after class, if you want to change out these individual shirt designs, you will absolutely be able to do that. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you how that goes. I'm going to turn that into a smart object. And this is how you can learn, to create things as smart objects as well. And as a matter of fact, I want to bring my opacity all the way back. And then after it's a smart object, I'm going to bring this opacity down. I just bring it down so it looks more realistic like it's on the shirt. That's completely up to you whether you want it to look opaque or not. And then I'm going to alt click and drag it down to this one. Now all these are different artboards. So just like the magic tile template that automatically splits up your images for an all over shirt so you can print, this one has different artboards that we're going to export, and they're going to all export as their own little images. Okay. So I'm just showing you how we're going to keep it simple. All right, so now I'm going to show you that if we change out the logo now, let me zoom out. And this is why I really love me some smart objects, because when I change one thing out, it changes out everything else. And I really should have done this before I started twisting it all up. I'm just trying to do things just as an example to show you what a smart object can do. So now let's say, for instance, I want to change that logo. Yeah, I'm going to redo this because it shouldn't be sideways. As a matter of fact, I'd rather do this. I'll change this one into the smart object. Convert to smart object. And then I'm going to get rid of the logo everywhere right now, so it will be one smart object logo. Now you all will not have to do all of this, because basically what I'm doing right now is what you will not have to do in class, which is to create the smart object. Now, mind you, I still have my other ones available here, but I don't want to confuse you all for class. So we're just going to do one logo image. I'm going to take the logo from here. Since it's a smart object, if I alt click and drag it somewhere else, I'm going to resize it here. And when you drag something on another artboard, it's no longer on that same artboard that you started with. It will actually drag it to the alternate artboard. So this is going to be particularly important if we have things that kind of look alike, but we don't want to keep changing over and over and over again. So we kind of want to have a theme or a set of design ideas that are pretty much related. So I am turning this one a little bit. You won't have to do it because it'll already be in there. And then all you'll have to do is replace it with whatever logo you want. I tend to make my logos and stuff super big. So I'm trying to avoid that so that it doesn't look unrealistic. Well, you're just moving where you want to move, huh? All right, and once I get it pretty much where I want it, I'm going to bring down the opacity of this one to around about 77%. It just looks a little more realistic to me. And here we go. I'm going to alt click and drag it now to this t-shirt over here. Drag it right above the image for the shirt. And then of course I need to reclip my yellow color that was clipped to the text because when I dragged it over, it broke that clipping layer. All right. Go ahead and turn this layer off. And I'm going to drag this one here. Here. And I'll turn this one off. And drag this image here. All right. And then what we'll do in class, although we're using the same image, like I said, these are smart objects. I'm going to show you how smart in just a little bit. But we can recolor them, okay? All right. Oh, and I need one more logo from here onto this shirt. And since it's a smart object, you will not have to resize, re-rotate any of this stuff unless you just really want to. It's pretty much going to be ready to go for you. All right. Now I do have a folder where the previous logos were, so we're going to make sure that we bring this logo into that folder. So whatever I tell it that I want the color of the image to be on the shirt, it will globally change that color. And I'm going to close up some of these effects because it gets a little bit confusing. It's a lot of layers in this one. But this is essentially 6 different designs on one file, so you can imagine it's going to be a little bit complicated. But I do promise you, I have done my absolute best and used all of my ingenuity to try to figure out how to make this as painless as possible for you, so that when you change something one time, you don't have to worry about changing it every time you want to change the golden color. If you had to change this each and every time, this would take forever to figure out how your color theme will go. Now that you can just pretty much click one color and see how the overall take is, I think it'll save you a lot of time and energy. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, let me make sure I put these in folders for you all. So the logo needs to go inside of the logo image, shirt copy, and that needs to go all the way down on top of the shirt. All right, and for the black shirt, I think I'm going to do copy layer style from the previous one, which I think was white, and I'm going to paste it. And there we go. So that one's good to go. Same thing here. Find the folder for the logo for the shirt. Now I turned the opacity all the way up to 100 for the logo because the folder itself has a fill of 70%. So it already brought down the opacity, so I don't need to bring it down anymore. Same thing here with this one. I'm going to drag it down to your appropriate folder, and it's probably at the top here. And then we'll put this whole folder in right on top of the t-shirt. There we go. So here's the moment of truth. If we change the logo one time, is it going to update everything there? Let's see. Now, if you don't have a logo, don't feel ashamed, because what I'm about to do right now is just type some text. That's it. So let's say I didn't have a logo, and I'm just going to type something real quick, but you do need to have this ready before class. So don't use class time to try to make up a logo on the fly. Okay? That's going to be a whole nother class that we do. That class is going to be for people who really want to work on their logo. So you have to have something in mind. We're going to brainstorm how you kind of come up with the idea for a logo, what colors you want to do, and also kind of like what imagery you want to use. So let's say I didn't already have this done, and I was going to do I'm going to do all caps on this one. And let's do Franklin Gothic. I want more of a round one, I think. Well, that's not exactly round, but we'll roll with it. And then I'm going to make sure this all caps by choosing this capital T with my type options. And that way I don't have to type in all caps. If you type in all caps, sometimes spell check doesn't catch it. So let's say I had to make a quick little logo on the fly. Let me get my paintbrush tool. I'll create a new layer. Make my paintbrush really small, and instead of soft, I'm going to make it a hard brush. And this is not me trying to get fancy by any means. I'm just going to do it with black. And I'm actually drawing with my mouse. Usually I have my little stylus. So I'm going to say, well, what if I had to just sketch really quick what I wanted my logo to be? It's just a little hand-drawn little something just to show you that sometimes you just have to have something on hand, okay? Now, if this was our logo, which I suggest it not be, let's say that's what you have. When I close this out and hit yes to save, and Kim, let me know if you like this logo better. I'll definitely change it to this. But the idea is I just wanted you to see that it changes here and it propagates every other place that I use that smart object, right? So that's what I want you all to get used to, is exploring what the smart objects are, when they're helpful, and how we can cut down on work, okay? So let's say that I'm done. We can also go in here and edit the text on the buttons. It doesn't have to say shop now. It can just say click here or savings ahead or whatever you want to say. We're just going to keep it simple and let it say shop now. And when I get ready to save all of this glorious work, right? And as a matter of fact, let me switch my logo back. Y'all know y'all like my little bomb I just drew with this mouse. So let's go back, double click. And I'm going to get rid of any evidence of that. Bring this one back. Save it. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If you don't have a logo, Sharon, that's a great idea. Use a logo that already exists. Or how about this, Sharon? Instead of using a logo that exists, take this as your opportunity to research a logo that you really like. And if you can do something similar to it, use it for tonight. And then I'll know what type of logos y'all want to design for the logo session. Okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our original logo. You see it propagated everything. Same logos everywhere that we had it before. And I could also show you something a little fun with this smart color. Now we aren't going to do this in class, but I'm just showing you it doesn't have to be a color. It could also be a gradient. Y'all know how I feel about gradients. Let's go ahead and create one right now. I need to pick this color first because I kind of like this color. But if I wanted to add a gradient so that I can pull some more oranges into it, then I'm going to select this color, select that hex code, copy it. And then I'm going to add a gradient here. Change this color to the hex code we had before. This is a transparent gradient, so I'm going to click here and change the opacity to 100 so it's no longer transparent there. And then I'm going to choose the same color here, but then I'm going to move the color. So I'm going to bring it more towards orange. I like that. Now the problem is most times when you're using this gradient, this color fill and gradient, is going to be very specific to the artboard. So it's going to fill the entire artboard. So if you want to see more of these variations in colors, you kind of have to create repeatable patterns so that somewhere along the lines, it will show this color. So I'll keep this in here for you all in case there's some of you who want to do a gradient. And then we're just going to see how this affects it. Now this does make your file larger because now that smart color instead of a solid color is now a gradient. And we just saved it. See how it updates. So see how now I have the orange with the yellow and it's kind of making it look like it's two colors when really it's just one gradient. It gives me a really more dynamic look, I think. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the features for the effects. So we have like this little drop shadow and a little bit of trim just to make it look like it's a little bit better than just a straight up flat text. But some people like that flat look. And if you like the flat look, then you will be able to open up the effects, turn off the effects. I just wanted you all to see for the demo that you can do it both ways or either way or mix the ways. Like maybe on some of the images you're going to have flat color and the next you're going to have the more dynamic effect style with it has like a metallic outline, it has a little bit of a drop shadow, and then also a white outline. All right, same thing here with the little text. Zoom in. And I'm going to turn on the effects for the text here. So it looks super complicated. It looks very sophisticated. I won't say complicated, sophisticated, just semantics here, but it looks very complex. But we have broken it down to where you should be able to do a few operations and have an entire look with a few different clicks. And of course, you want to have in mind what you're going to say and the images that you want to show on here, okay? So, you know, of course, I have to clean the file up a little bit and make sure everything is right for you all downloading tonight. But before I do that, let me show you how I would export these. You can export them as PNGs or JPEGs. I'm going to show you how to export Artboard files. The reason why I'm going to export these as PNGs is because like the logo and the Favicon need to have a transparent background. So I'm going to save these as Kendi850 / bomb days. And then it will save whatever the name of the tile is. It's going to save that after the effect. And I'm going to save this PNG here and hit run. And I really should have closed out my other Photoshop files while I'm doing this run command because it can be a little intensive depending on your system and what the requirements are for running Photoshop. And then once it's done, I'm going to show you the magic. All right, Artboards to files was successful. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to close out of this other file. I should have closed it out before just not to risk any issues here. And what I have, I'm going to go to the folder here. You'll see in my folder, the thumbnails that we just created. And these blown up are super, super huge. And they do look pixelated. This file breaks things down to a 72 dots per inch. So this is not like what you want to use for printing, but this is what you'll use for web. So let me see if I can show you an example of what it looks like on web. All right, so let's say we're going to go to this slideshow and we are going to change this image now. I'm going to go ahead and upload my new images, and like I said, we're going to do this in class. Don't worry about this. I'm going to do sort by date so I can take everything from here forward and upload it. And I just like to upload all the images at once just so that they're already in the library. So now I just pick the individual images I want to replace. All right, so this one, I'm not using the square image. I am using that image. I'll select it. Let me back up out of this a little bit. Oh, I don't have it fully on my screen. There we go. All right, so let's back up now. We'll go ahead and replace the second slide. This is the one with the glitter background, white at the bottom, so I've replaced that one. Go ahead and hit select. Let's go back and let's change out the next one. I think that's the one that had the marble in the background. May have done these a little bit backwards, but you get the idea. Okay, so now my banners are all updated. And I try to make them a little bit different so that I hope that you're able to change out after the class, of course, to change out each of these images here, because it'll make it look a little more visually interesting if you're able to change out those images, because it won't just look like the background changed, okay? And then of course, we'll change the categories, and this is where we'll update those. And we'll do all this during our session. So we're going to create these little categories. We'll have the banners here, the categories, and then of course the products. All right, so that's going to be 3 levels of stuff that we have prepared before we do this class. And then of course we'll also change the logo. We'll change the logo, and then the favicon. We'll change that as well. So instead of seeing this little Shopify shopping bag, whenever someone, or the store, whenever someone clicks on the link for your website, it will have the little, in this case, it'll be this little, I'll pull it over, this little bomb logo. What, geez Louise, you don't want me to pull you over? Okay. So that little bomb there is what people will see up at the top. And usually it's a very, very low resolution file. You don't get too fancy here because it is, it's not meant to be a large file. As a matter of fact, it'll reject it if it's a large file. Okay. So I think that's all that I wanted to show you for now. And if y'all have any questions or anything you want to ask me about class tonight, the academy in general, even just anything that you've been thinking of that you don't get a chance to ask me in person, speak now or forever hold your peace. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go back into this swatch here. I'm going to create some more gradient to it. And if you haven't noticed, whenever you click on one of your color stops and you click somewhere else where there is no color stop, bam, it copies that color stop automatically. I'm just adding a few more steps to the gradient so that when it's somewhere on the text, you can still see that variation. Right, simply beautiful. Beautiful. That run feature is almost like you watching somebody work for you. You get to sit back and be the boss after you put in the hard work of building it. That run is just, whew, it's a relief for you. All right, so that's it. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I know there's a little bit of delay when it comes to the live versus um, your comments coming through. So I try to hang out and see. Okay, so LaQuisha, that's an excellent question. You can do subscriptions. I have a subscription for Free Pick. Let me pull that one up. And I have the professional version. Now, I will tell you this. It is hard trying to find images for these mock-ups, but for instance, here's a good one. I didn't see this one. You also want to make sure it's representative products that you actually use, and you don't have to use models. The only reason why I use models is because we do the flat t-shirts for the mock-up, for the products. So I wanted to use models for the banners so that it shows you the difference between designing the banner and designing the products. So let's say these people right here, it says you can use it for commercial and personal projects on digital or printed media. You can use the unlimited number of times anywhere in the world with modifications or to create derivative works. So in this case, this would be a derivative work because I'm using some of these features to create my own versions. So I would suggest, I think this one was $99 for the whole year for the professional version. And I just have this subscription as a go-to, but you can also get stock images from what is it? Deposit photos, stock, vector stock. They're all type of stock image options that you have, but you just have to check the license. And this one was cheap to be able to use commercially licensed, so that's also why it's very limited. And I'm going to tell you that, like for instance, if I search for shirt mock-up, and I was looking for African American women, right? Or black women. African, I won't put in too many terms, but it's kind of limited. So you kind of have to do your due diligence, see if it's something that you can find. And see, sometimes I wasn't finding them on shirt mock-up. I would find it shirt. And then I would find them. The search feature is horrid on this site. But every now and then I'll find something that I actually like. Like if I wanted to take this one and mock this one up, I would remove the background. So I would take it to remove BG or remove the background in Photoshop. And then I would use that as a mock-up. And then when you click on it, you should be able to tell whether you can use it premium with your premium license or not. And that's a good question because a lot of people don't know where to get their source images from. Now, a lot of these images, you just Google them, find them, and use them as you see fit. For this case, I am telling you, hey, if you're using this for your branding, then go ahead and do right by it and use images that you're licensed to use. Okay. I can also look up blank shirt and I'll find some things like this. I can look up shirt model and I'll find some stuff. You see I have different models wearing shirts. And this looks like a good one here. You can remove the background and it may even have it to where it's removed from the background. But don't worry about this for class because we're going to use what I have. Because I really don't want y'all to spend so much time trying to change out the model and stuff. I want you to kind of get the gist of how this feature works. And then once you do your export and you see everything that you need exported, looks good to you, then I want you to go back on your own time and figure out, okay, well, I want 3 different models. I might want a kid, baby, uh, a couple because it's Valentine's Day coming up. Maybe you want a couple there doing king and queen, his and hers type of shirts. Maybe you want a banner that doesn't have shirts at all. Maybe it has your tumblers or your chip bags or the other type of party gifts and things of that nature that you do. So on your own time, you'll be able to modify this to fit your specific company needs. And then, of course, maybe you'll have different versions of this for when the seasons change out. So Christmas, you may have different products that you showcase versus the summer season. Okay. Excellent question, Helena. Yes, the only thing that you need for class is really and truly this um, have one product photo, okay? One product photo. And what we're going to do, all we're going to do is replace this book cover image with whatever product photo you have. It doesn't have to be your product photo. It could be something you found off the internet. I just want you to have something to where you know how to pull it from your folder and make sure you put it in your Innate Academy 201. This is our first 200 level course. Now, I also do want to say for those of you who've never done the 100 level courses, the 200 level course is going to be definitely more advanced. So what I want you to do is I do not mind if you attend the class live, but I'm only going to be able to interact with and share screens with the folks that meet the requirements for a 200 level course, which is at least completing 2 of the 100 level courses. And I know who, and Erica knows who's completed at least 2 of the 100 level courses. So if I see your name in there, I'm not going to kick you out of the class. I'm just not going to respond if you have questions. And that's only fair because the 200 level folks have been holding off because I really wanted to make sure we had enough 100 level courses where people felt confident to do a 200 level course. So they have really been very, very gracefully holding out and taking their time in the 100 level courses just so that we can make a few 200 level courses now. Okay. And the Shopify one is not going to be a 200 level course, but you're going to have this done before you do the Shopify course. So you can imagine that that you want to give yourself enough time to do this on your own if you're not doing it in the live class. All right, so one product photo and one logo. That's all I need from y'all tonight. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of fun modifying this. And like I said, there's so many things that you can do here. I can take off the glitter and I can just let it be a solid color in the background. Let me add the glitter back. I have the image here. We have a full image in the background. But you also have it to where you can have the color in the background and drop any other image there. So there are endless ways that you can modify this. But what we're really going to focus on is our color theme, changing out the logo, and then also changing out the image here. Then the extra stuff that we're going to do is, okay, if I wanted to change out this background, I can replace this background instead of the marble. I can put the wood grain or something to that effect, okay? So you're going to have all kind of options that after you finish this course, you're going to think of a million different ways you can change this. And that's all fine. Latrice, okay, so the Shopify course is going to be not next class because I want to give you all enough time to do this if you can't do the course tonight. So the Shopify class is, I think I said it was going to be the 14th. I lied and said the 10th, but I was looking at the wrong month. So, oh, you know what? That's going to be Valentine's. Okay, so because I don't want y'all husbands and wives beating me up because I took y'all away on Valentine's Day, which I'm sure you would choose me first. So I don't want to cause any tension in y'all's relationships. So let's do the 21st, okay? That gives everybody enough time to do the two classes that need to be complete. I don't want no excuses. I don't want y'all coming to class on the 21st. How about, can you help me with this template from 122 and from 201? We're not having that. 21st, we're going to have all our images ready to go, okay? Ready to go so that we actually spend the time building the site on the 21st. That, Kim, yes, that'll give you time to catch up on the shirt mock-up. Yeah, if Simply Beautiful, if you have to post it in the Facebook group for the 100 level courses, yes, that would also suffice. Just make sure that you let Erica know that, as a matter of fact, message her on the Innate Creatives private Facebook group and let her know, hey, these are my two submissions. I've done the classes, because you could have done the classes on your own without coming to the live classes, and I will accept that as your proof of work as well. Felicia, absolutely. That's such a great question. So, Felicia, there is a new feature for my $30 and $60 members. So, let's say that you don't attend a live session and you want a chance to get the replay, like early bird version of the replay. What you do is you'll go to the course. Let's say, for instance, you're on week 3, so you automatically unlocked 101 through 104. You unlock 105, 106, 107, but we're on 122 and you want to get 122. So you would click on 122, and it's $30 if you're not a member. But if you are a member, I want you to use your 67% coupon code if you are a $30 member. And then you have a 75% off coupon code if you're a $60 member. So you can access any class early. And if you're a member, you get 67 or 75% off. Okay. And that's for those of you who want to unlock your classes early. All right. If you don't want to wait until week 20 for 24 to unlock, that's a solution that we just now implemented. So you might not have known about that one. And as a matter of fact, you all helped me come up with that idea. Okay, so when you go to buy it, don't buy it for $30. You're going to go to your, depending on which membership you have. If you have the $30 membership, you're going to see this one. You're going to see that 67% off credit card, and it's going to have a code there that you use. And then if you're a $60 member, it's going to have the $60 credit for the live class, and then it's also going to have a 75% off coupon code for any previous class. And I have allowed you all to use it for the for this highly sought after highly duplicated, never quite replicated version of the tile splitter that I've been seeing everywhere. And I thank you all for bringing all that to my attention. Y'all are my true ride or dies. But yeah, you can use the coupon code on this one as well. So when people tell you that my template was $3,000, and we're going to have a whole nother session about that one. But yes, this $3,000 template you can get for $25 if you are a $60 member, and you can get it for around about $33 if you are a $60 member. So, that beats $3,000 all day. And for those of you who don't know the inside joke, I just found out about this in the inside joke that someone used my stuff once again to say that they're selling something cheaper. And they don't understand the reason why I was on the Innate Lab website for $3,000, because I was trying to tell you all to come to the Academy. Don't purchase it on Innate Lab. Come to the Academy. and they screenshotted saying it was $3,000 and that they had a better version for $45. So there you have it, my loves. Just another week of drama filled issues. And I'm glad I didn't log in this week because honestly, the type of pressure and issues that I deal with on the weekly, have you noticed I haven't really been checking in the group during the week, but it'll set me off and then I can't get the other stuff done that is so pressing right now. It's actually um, like my life depends on the stuff that needs to be done right now during the week. So, and the livelihood of others. So I can't afford to be getting set off and getting frustrated and upset with folks. It's just it's not in my aura at this moment in time. So we're gonna have a round table to discuss some of the things people are doing and ways that we can maybe, as a group, mitigate, work through some of these issues, and protect the Innate Lab and Innate Academy group that we have. Because here's the bad thing, and I hate when a few bad apples ruin the whole lot, because if it gets to where things are so bad where this is not lucrative for me at any point in time, then I won't be able to do it because I already have so many other pressing responsibilities. So that's why it's important for us to make sure that um, that the people who are out there basically scalping the hard work are confronted and um, don't do what they're doing. So we'll talk about that probably next week because I have one more week to get through some of the stuff that I'm working through, and I just don't even want to put my mental energy on it right now. I want to be mad. I can't even be mad right now. I'm tired. I'm too tired to be mad. So we're gonna work through that stuff, and like I said, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for real for pointing out anytime that type of stuff happens, letting Erica know, because Lord knows I don't even check my Facebook Messenger at all. So Erica's been the love of my life for the past about 6 months now. Erica been holding it down and keeping me on point because y'all know I can't be in creative mode and management mode, and it's definitely I can't be managing grown behind people. So she's definitely been able to help me navigate through these tough times. All right, so let's see. Let me see if I have some more questions here while I deal with my little rambling. Uh, Carol, to be on the email list, you I don't know. There were 4 people who were not on the email list, and it's because you have to like unsubscribe, or not select to subscribe to the Innate Academy emails. But let me see if I can show you how to do that. All right, so let's go to academy.innatelab.com. And then I'll take any other questions and things that y'all have because I'll be here for about 15 more minutes, and then I have to get ready for class tonight, meaning get everything up online and make sure there are no kinks. Let's see, so if I log in and let me see, maybe I gotta pull this off screen for a second just so I can get to what I need to get to. Let's see, account. I'm going to my account. Okay. So do you see this? Carol, I'm logged in, I go to my account, and then it has name, email, and you see how it has this checkbox here, I accept to receive marketing emails from Innate Academy. If you don't have that checked off, then it won't send you the emails. It's like you're telling it that the emails are spam and you don't want it to go to you. So you have to have that checked off. If you can get that checked off for me, screenshot it and send it to Erica, then I'll look into that. But yeah, if this was checked off, you should have received that email. All right, let's see. Let me go back and see if there are any other questions. Oh yeah, y'all make sure that you have your color scheme in mind too. It's not gonna be super crazy, but I do want you to have that already in your head so you don't have to guess over it when we get in class today. Let me see, any other questions? Yes, Felicia, thank you. Felicia's reminding everyone to like the video. Y'all know I appreciate the love, and I don't get on here as often as I used to. So any little like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff definitely helps the algorithm. That is true, Carol. Bad publicity is good too. Oh, and I guess I want to use this as an opportunity to remind you all that we do have the affiliate link that you can sign up for. Somebody's been signing up for affiliate links for the Academy too, and I forgot. I didn't even know it had that on there. I thought it was just for the Podia, but it has a setup. Let me see if I can do it as a customer. So if you see somebody fraudulently doing stuff and you want to step in and say, hey, this is really where this comes from, and I don't mind that at all. Matter of fact, I encourage it. So if you have an affiliate account, so this is the Academy affiliate account, and then I can go ahead and submit, and I'll get a link. So now I have my own link. So when somebody says, "Oh, look what I did," you can be like, "No, this is where it really came from," and you can send them the link to the academy. Erica, I wanted to tell you that I saw that last night. So this is a link for the academy, and then for the actual Innate Lab website where people buy ink and templates without the academy courses. There is an affiliate link for that too. And I'll go ahead, I'll put it in the description. I think this is it here. Innate Lab. There we go. So I'm going to send both of these to you all. So this is the innatelab.ositracker.com. If you refer anyone, you have to create a link and then I have to approve it from the back end. But this gives you 10% commission on anything that is sold based on one of your links. So if they click on that link at any time within 30 days, they actually order something, then you'll get a 10% commission on any sale. So even if they bought something today, they clicked on your link, bought something today, came back 20 days later, bought something, as long as they didn't clear their cache on their windows, then it will attribute even that second, third, fourth, fifth sale to you. So it actually does benefit you all to share. And I did that because I'd rather people share and earn and feel like they were a part of the business than to feel like, hey, I'm going to be, sneaky and slimy and take this here and act like it's mine and go sell it somewhere else. I'd rather you upfront share where the information came from and still earn something from that. So for those of you who are interested in that, there's an affiliate program for the Innate Lab website. And then I learned recently that there is an affiliate program for the Innate Academy as well. So again, how to get to it from the Academy is just logging in. Go to the top feature where it says affiliate. And I will put that in here as well. And Erica, if you don't mind, these two links, if you can make a post to let people know to create and use those affiliate links. If they, I mean, and even if somebody's just paying a compliment to something that you did, you're more than welcome to share where you got the template from and send them to the site. And it could be not only just helping me and helping the group grow, but really and truly helping you as well. So this is a symbiotic relationship. We both can benefit as long as we're all in this together and we're working for the sake of keeping things going and growing. Rochelle, no, I don't do the affinity classes yet. What I've told people is that basically, if you take the time, and I know it's a little more costly to do the Photoshop courses, then you essentially learn affinity by default. And I say that because the reason why I know affinity is because I was able to take what I learned from Photoshop and apply it to affinity. So instead of me stretching myself out, which I'm already stretched extremely thin, I'm sticking with just Photoshop right now. And then eventually you all will take your Photoshop knowledge, bring it into affinity, and maybe we'll have some affinity courses in the future. But it was just too stressful for me to try to keep up with all those different every template I did, and every time I did some direction on Photoshop, I would also have to turn around and do it on Affinity, and it just became something that I couldn't keep up with. Okay, so Carol, if it says you're subscribed, it might be in your spam folder. But check your spam folder, and then if it's still not there, just let Erica know, and she's here right now. So yes, new blinger slinging. That's Erica Kane on the Innate Creatives Facebook page, and she will get get you that information that was in the email. Okay. And yes, Vegan Life. Yes, we do thank Erica, and I'm glad you acknowledged her today because she does a lot. She really does. She is the glue that's holding this old beat down ship together so far because we definitely been through some things this past year. All right. So any other questions? We're getting around about the time where I'm gonna wrap it up and get the files uploaded. So if you're looking for tonight's class, you're gonna go to Innate Academy. This is whether you're a member or not. If you are a member, then of course you want to use your coupon code. But if you are not a member, you can just go to the product and you will see it. This is going to be my product. So you'll see it somewhere here. And if you're not logged in yet, if you just go to the regular Innate Academy, I'm going to log out for a second just to show you what it looks like. If you go to categories and you go to live courses, you're going to see the course pop up here, okay? You're welcome, Kim. Kim says, I appreciate your patience in teaching. And I have been told so many times I'm going to get this on something or put it on something that I have the patience of Job. And I'm guessing that's a great thing. So yeah, so those of you who are intimidated, the 100 level courses are for beginner. This is going to be our first 200 level course. The 100 level courses are for beginners from different beginning phases of Photoshop down to the people, sometimes the people who just downloaded Photoshop and want to learn. So if you see a class with a 100 in the beginning, and I'll go back. So when you see a 100 in the beginning, it is, believe it or not, that is a beginner's course that you can attend. If you just want to try out a class, you're welcome to do that too. You can purchase the classes a la carte. But if you want the best value, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to you straight. So best value for a person who doesn't know if they're going to attend the live classes is going to be to go ahead and do this $30 membership. If you know that you are going to attend live classes, then it would benefit you to go ahead and do the $60 a month membership. And what happens is once you're as soon as you sign up as a member, you get 4 pre-recorded courses. So you're going to get class number 101, 102, 103, and 104. Let me show you those. So that's class number 101, class number 102, 103, and 104. So you'll get those immediately. So even if you were paying for those by themselves for $30 a piece, that right there is what, $120 your very first second, the very first moment that you join the academy. And then every 7 days, you're going to unlock a new course. So 7 days later, you'll unlock course number 105. 14 days later, you'll unlock course number 106. 21 days later, you'll unlock 107, etc. Okay, so your very, very first month, you're going to get 8 classes. So at $30 a piece, that's $240. So even if you just sign up for 1 month to get the benefit of everything you can possibly get for 1 month, it is worth it. And then I've seen it to where people sign up for 1 month, get what they want out of it, and cancel the subscription. That's fine too. I don't put anything against anybody for doing that, because one thing that I have done my whole life is try to find the best benefit of anything that I'm invested in. But here's the thing: if you cancel your membership and then let it lapse and come back, you have to start from the beginning. So basically, it's an incentive for you to continue going. If you like it, great. If you don't think that you'll use it as much and you did a month of courses, then you have basically 10x'd what you put into it. So $30 you put into it, you've received $240 worth of courses with that $30. So it's almost like a no lose type of situation. Like you're going to definitely get the value the first month in. And my objective, every single class, no creative is left behind. Okay, so every creative by the end of class, as long as your Photoshop wasn't crapping on you and turning off, every student has a final product by the end of class. So that means whatever I have on the screen, they have something looking just like it by the end of the class. So by the end of every class, you not only have something done, but you have something that you can sell immediately. Okay, that is my objective, to get you all hitting the ground running. I don't want you to be so intimidated that you have all these resources. I was like that. I had probably over $1,000 worth of templates saved at one time or another, not using any of them. So then what I started doing was saying, hey, if I'm gonna download a template, it has to be something that will make me money right now. So as soon as I put that to work, it has paid itself off. And that's what I'm trying to do with these classes. As soon as you get done with the class, you should be able to post that on your social media, put it up in your store, your online store, make a sample of it, put it in your brick and mortar store. Whatever we do in class, within the next 24 hours, it should make you money. Okay? That's my objective. And I guarantee you, if you just put it out there, even if you're scared and you don't think anybody will like it, or you don't think you're ready to start designing, put it out there. And I guarantee you the market will show you it's ready to buy what you have to sell. Okay. All right, E, I got you. Sounds good. And Carol, that was my fault. I was unavailable all week this week. So I think that we talked about it yesterday, and we're going to get it resolved for you, okay? Awesome. Corey says, because of Shannon, my Photoshop skills have progressed to new heights. That's what I love to hear. This progressiveness, and not just seeing the progression, but seeing y'all's confidence grow. Man, if I can tell you how many people were just so scared of Photoshop, it it is a blessing to see you all ready and rocking and rolling with everything that we do in class. I'm blown away. Now, Rochelle, yes, you do have to purchase Photoshop to do the classes. There is, if you look at, there's a video that I posted on YouTube. If you search for the $9.99, just put 9.99, how to install Photoshop, the $9.99 free trial. Is this Photoshop sitting here advertising on my stuff? And Photoshop better be giving me some coinage. Okay. So here it shows you what to look for, which plan. It's a $9.99 plan. Okay. So take a look at that video. It will tell you exactly which version of it, because some people were getting the $20 or $19.99 month one, and it wasn't necessary. Also, if you go to the Innate Creatives Facebook group and you type in the word buddy in the search feature, you'll see that there are other people who either are seeking or need a buddy as well. And what you can do is, this Photoshop license allows you to install it on 2 different computers, okay? So if you only need one license for your computer, then you may find someone else who's willing to go in with you, and that person can, cash app you or send you, Zelle you, or whatever, $5 a month towards this cost. So that essentially you're only paying $5 a month for Photoshop, just so that you can get in there, get confident with your skills. And then if you want to go to Affinity after that, that's your business. But I guarantee you, once you really get confident in Photoshop, you're going to recognize the limitations of Affinity, and you'll probably just end up sticking it out with Photoshop. Okay. And even if you've never done Photoshop or Affinity before, let's say you've designed in GIMP or Paint or Silhouette Studio or anything else like that, just having some kind of design idea will translate well for you in Photoshop. And like I said, there is no creative left behind when we have class. So everyone at the end of the class, as long as you don't have issues where your program is crashing during the session, you're going to come out with the final product. And as a matter of fact, if you check the Innate Creatives Facebook group, every time we do a class, I ask the students to show an example of what they did either during class or after class. And they're able to get, one person gets $100 worth of free Innate Lab templates for winning for that particular week. So every week that you participate is a chance that you have to win $100 worth of templates. And that's just a bonus. That's just my thank you for the people who physically show up for these classes. And I don't hate to say it, but I love my small group. We always get the work done. We may have a few lags here and there. We find ways to solve our problems together. And I don't know, what their experience is, as far as I hear great things, but I have not seen anyone that has not come out of a class either learning something or having done something that they haven't done before and being proud of it. Yeah, and Illustrator is a whole nother beast, Corey. And Illustrator is a great program to learn. I just I don't know if I'll be teaching it. Well, I can't say I don't know if I'll be teaching anytime soon. Maybe we'll get so many classes of Photoshop that eventually we'll start doing some Illustrator stuff as well. But it's still not my strongest program. I actually pull things back and forth from Photoshop into Illustrator and vice versa, because I'm not the strongest in Illustrator. Mhm. All right, so I think I've answered all questions here. I'll give it a couple seconds to see if any more questions come through. And meanwhile, you know what? While I'm waiting, I could be saving my stuff, cleaning up my file. Y'all know I don't multitask well. And I do, I do have to apologize too because I am a compartmental worker. Like I have to do one thing and do one thing well, shut that thing down, and then move on to the next thing. So a lot of times I am very like shut off, and that is the only way that I'm able to get stuff done. And I don't apologize for being that way because that's the way that I have to get things done. Um, it's almost like I'm a one track minded computer that, I can do really well at something as long as I can focus on it. So, I do like the time that we get to share on either, Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays when we get to have these live sessions because I get to see what you all need, and hear about the things that we need to all pull together on in order to get to the next level. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all we have these different options as well for little brushes, but y'all will see that when you get the template. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and clean some of these up, make this file a little smaller. Uh, Thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. So E just gave you the link to the Academy. The Academy is how you're going to get to the class. And yes, Photoshop. I appreciate that. So Rochelle, I would go ahead and download Photoshop first before you sign up for a class because you want to make sure that Photoshop works on your system. So there, that video will show you that I just showed you. If you just search on the Innate Lab channel, just search for 9.99. That's the easiest way to find it. It'll be the first thing that pops up. All right, just doing a little cleanup here to make it easier for you all to see. All right, so I think that's the last question. Um, I'll go ahead and post this in just a little bit. I will also let you all know in the Innate Creatives Facebook group. So if you aren't in the Innate Creatives private Facebook group, please make sure you join the group because a lot of times you'll get the announcement. Like I'm going to announce the 50% off sale. If you go on the website right now, I believe it should already be active. Yeah. So right now, all of the templates, all of the ink, the socks, masks, anything that we have in stock is 50% off, and that's only going to be until tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I'm going to do one more sale like that randomly this month. So February is a special month for me. It's my dad's birthday. Those of you know I'm a daddy's girl, and it'll be 11 years now that my dad passed away. So February is like my get it together Shannon month, okay? So I'm gonna help y'all get it together too. So it's my dad's birthday, it's Black History Month. It's also usually that time where a lot of us are getting tax returns and that sort of thing. So I try to do these stimulus type of deals to kind of get you all going and get your creative juices flowing to put into your businesses because I know when that check hits you trying to think of a way that you can use that money to better your business. So I try to work with you all and do deep discounts when those type of things happen. So yes, stimulus still going on right now. 50% off of everything is only last time I did it for a whole week. I've never done that before because everybody will say that they found out about it late. But now this is only 24 hours or one day Technically, y'all are learning about it early, but the templates, the blanks, um, and even the prints are 50% off, okay? So the entire site, even my $3,000 it's the slice template is only $1,500. Oh, I love y'all's humor. Oh boy. Okay, Rochelle, that is a great question. No, you cannot resell the designs. I'm about to put out something this week to see if anyone's interested in doing the basically being a Innate affiliated artist, where I can actually recommend people to you to do artwork, and you will be allowed to within the group and outside of the group, as long as you're referring people to to Innate Lab is where you got the templates. You'll be authorized to do artwork. Okay, so we're working on that this week, and those who are accepted into that program won't be will be the only people who are able to technically resell PNGs. You're Any works that are created with the templates are not to be resold as PNGs, stickers, definitely not Photoshop files, because the idea here is if you bought it as a template, you should not be reselling art, even if it's a derivative of that art, because it really does take forever to do these type of templates for you all. So when I'm being undercut and my product is being resold out there, it takes the value of my work down. So we're going to work on something. Like I said, we're going to have a round table to discuss this sort of thing, to see if there's an incentive for the people who are doing the right thing, and that will discourage the people who are doing the wrong thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. The whole point, you may use these designs for your shirts. If you needed to, like, let's say for instance, this is my design, right? And you want to know if any of your customers are interested in this. I don't even mind if you take my thumbnail and say, "Hey guys, I got this shirt up for sale this week. It's going to be 20% off to the first five people that purchase." And you don't have to even have purchased the template yet, but you tell them that, hey, I have this available. And then when you get your first order for that $30 or $40 shirt or whatever, you use it to buy that $20 template, and we're good. I don't mind if you use the work for your customers. Your customers are purchasing end product. You're able to use these templates for end product. Okay, that's t-shirts, mugs, blankets, that sort of thing. You're just not able to resell this in any digital format or any kind of stickers. Like some people will sell transfers, that sort of thing. So you can't sell sublimation transfers, screen print transfers, or stickers of any of my work. But I appreciate you asking that question, because that is very, very, very important for us to be transparent about how that works. So yes, use the designs for your customers all day. I hope you make lots and lots of monies, and from here on to past this old junky 2021 too. Because 2021 still feel like 2020 right now. So definitely, there are a lot of people who are using these templates to repeatedly, make sales, even on the same template, just switching the template up. Okay, you are welcome, my dear. Yeah, I know, Corey. I know they can't get right, and chances are I can't focus on it, because I have to put my energy towards you all who do know how to act right, who are progressing yourselves and progressing the brand. So if I get caught up too much in that other stuff, I'll be around here with the Arthur hand, little balled up fist. Y'all know the little Arthur meme. That's what I be looking like. So y'all don't want to see me in that manner. Yeah, I feel you, Kim, and I appreciate it. All right, love. So let's see. Any other questions before I get this together? And if y'all see anything like that, definitely let Erica know. I honestly, I do not check the Facebook. It was something that happened that ended up as like some type of spam type deal that ended up messing with my credit card and some other stuff. So I do not open any Facebook message. If you ever personally message me on Facebook, uh, like recently within the past couple months or so, I haven't been opening anything from Facebook. Like Facebook has been under major, especially since COVID, has been under major attacks of like fraud and all this stuff. So unfortunately, I mean, I'm not very communicative anyway, but yeah, I definitely cut a lot of that out. So make sure you get in contact with Erica. She will definitely um, do everything within her power, and then if it's something she can't resolve, then she will escalate it to me if necessary. I'm gonna keep my logo images on the shirt. Okay. Looks like we're good on schedule. It's 3 o'clock now, so before 7, sometimes within this next hour. So by 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I should have the listing up for the class, and it'll have all the downloadable files with it. You don't have to go purchase any other template. You just sign up for the class. It'll give you everything you need for that class. Okay. All right. So RCT3 Warrior, you can't post, you can't make a post, but what I want you to do underneath the post for class today, I think I did like a post saying, hey, I'm going to be on YouTube talking live. You can post work under there that you've done if you want to kind of show that, or you can send it directly to Erica. Okay, so the way the group is set up now is pretty much just a place to see the announcements, the things that are going on with Innate Lab, the templates that are coming up, the classes that are coming up. Because before it was so much going on that you all couldn't tell the difference between when I was making an announcement and a lot of other things going on. So right now the group is strictly for me to show you all what's upcoming, and then you all can always comment under one of the posts that is relative to tech support. If you just want to show off your work, there's posts for that. If you want to show off your homework for this particular class and template setup, then you just comment underneath my post rather than making your own post. It makes things so much easier as far as maintaining the group and understanding what's coming up next, so you don't just get lost in the sea of everybody posting. Okay. And that's just for this group. There are so many other groups where y'all can show off and show out and post all day. As a matter of fact, I encourage you to do that kind of stuff, because eventually, once we have the certified designers, then that will be great for you to go into the other groups and show off your work. They're going to ask you to design for them, and you'll be able to do that just because you are an affiliate. Okay. So we'll talk more about that later. I have to get my terms together for that, for those of you who are really interested in doing that. And basically, it's just going to be an agreement where you are allowed to use your templates in order to do art services or to sell art. So a lot of the academy members, and some people who don't need the academy because they just really are advanced Photoshop users, they just really love the templates, will be able to have that discussion and finally get that in play. Hey Tanya, what's up? I haven't seen you in a little minute. You caught the dead and I was just getting ready to click off in a little bit. So yeah, absolutely. I was just talking about the artist affiliate too, and I know that we had talked some time ago about that. So we're finally gonna get that ball rolling, and I think you'd be one of the perfect people to work with us on that. So make sure you, if I don't say nothing about it this upcoming week, make sure that you all let Erica know to make me make that announcement because it's going to be major. It's going to be a really big deal. And then you'll be able to not only get help, but, have quick turnarounds for graphic help when you need it. Yes, tonight's class is on like popcorn. Okay. So let me, if I can save this, I can't, I'm sitting here twiddling my fingers, literally watching these comments, and I'm supposed to be saving this thing. I can't win for losing. I'm like I said, I'm not a multitasker. I'm not ashamed to admit that, but I wish I could do a little bit better. So all right, so these are my slideshows. That's going to be the logo. That's the Favicon. This one instead of Artboard, I'm going to name it Swatches. And I think this makes us good. All right, so yeah, this is gonna look real complicated with all these layers, but I promise y'all we are going to kill this tonight. Like it is not gonna be as bad as you all think. Don't mess with that. All right. So I will. Oh, Tanya, I'm gonna see you tonight. Awesome, awesome. I can't wait. All right, love. So I will see you all tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, y'all know the drill. I love y'all for real, and bye.